We're going to start lying down and just say to yourselves, Namaste. We're going to concentrate on the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to work with the breath. So for now, just if you want, you can put your hands onto your belly or onto your chest. And just feel the ebb and flow of the breath. Now, can you inhale, like do a first sip of inhale, pause, sip again 50%, the other 50%, pause, and then exhale through your mouth. So, and maybe do it even longer than inhale, inhale. One more time. Lovely. And put an intention for your practice today. Bring your knees towards your chest and make big circles with your knees in one direction and big circles on the other direction. And then make big circles outwardly, having one hand on each knee, and then inwardly. And bring your legs up towards the sky and rotate your feet so that your ankles get a little bit of a workout. And then bend your knees and bring your forearms behind your knees and just rock side to side. So for the pregnancy option in this one is always giving room for the belly. Knees go either side of the chest. Now, bring your legs softly just together and with the knees bent with your arms into a T position. And we're going to let the legs go side to side, coming into a small twist. So you don't need to rest your knees onto the floor. You can just hang in there, just above ground, going side to side. And choose one side, let both legs rest to that side. And then bring it back to center. Go side to side for a little bit and then go to the other side. And bring it back to center. Bring your hands underneath your knees. Bring your nose between your knees and rock backwards and forwards. Coming into seating. Good. And roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders forwards. Have your right shin in front of your left. If you're sitting on the floor and your lower back is arching backwards, put a cushion or fold the mat so that your back is straighter. If this is still too difficult, you can have your legs into a V position so that the back can stay a little bit straighter. So we're going to fold forwards and sideways. So we're going to start first, arms up and bring your right hand to your right hand side look towards the floor and stretch the side of your body. Bring in those ribs to open and anchoring your left hip. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, go to the other side. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring your hands forward. So if your legs are out in a V, you're just going to be stretching your inner thighs. If your legs are crossed, your right hip will get a nice stretch. Inhale and exhale, let your fingertips walk a little bit further forwards. Your forehead goes towards the floor. And inhale, bring yourselves back to center, arms up and behind, open your chest and look up. Inhale, exhale, and release. Change the cross of the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to start on the left-hand side. Look towards the floor. We normally look up. Today, for a variation, we're looking down. Relax your left shoulder and see if you can push the left hand onto the floor to bring more of an opening to the side body. Inhale and exhale. Bring it back to center. Change sides. Inhale, I'm up. Exhale. Push the hand on the floor, opening your side body, opening your ribs. Relax your neck. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, fold forwards. See if you can walk your fingertips forwards. Feel the back opening up, shoulders maybe as well. And walk your hands back, arms up, and bring your fingertips behind. Open your chest and look up without dropping the head. So you're looking up, but the head is not dropping completely. Wonderful. And bring yourselves back to center. We're going to roll over the ankles and come into all fours. Tuck your toes under if you can. If this is not possible, don't worry about it. But if you can tuck your toes under, let that stretch happen gently, bringing your hips back. So Simone, this is maybe some stretch that you can start trying. That's it. And bring it back to center. If you want to add a little bit more benefit to this one, we arch and bring the hips back, chin to chest, and then bring it back to center and expand, bringing your chest to overtake your hands a little bit. Exhale, bring it back, chin to chest, arching your back. Inhale, open up. One more, bring it back. And open forwards. Lovely. And bring yourselves into plank. If being on your toes in plank is too much, then you can have your knees onto the floor. Breathe deeply. And as you're in plank, see where your shoulders are. Make sure that they are not towards your ears, that you're opening up the side body. And bring your right leg up in plank still and release. Left leg up, pointing the toes and release. Good. Toes together, knees apart, child's pose. So a little warm up in there for your abs and your arms. If you want to stretch your wrists, bring your hands to the side of your neck, to your shoulders. Wonderful. And walk your hands back towards your knees. Tuck your toes under. And come into a forward fold, down, a forward fold with your hands onto your elbows and sway your upper body side to side. And roll it up into standing. Your head is the last thing to come up. Bring your arms around and hands towards your heart. Lovely, very good. Today is nice and bright, but just in case, put more lights on so that you can see me clearly. We're going to start from the back of the mat. And we're going to use our Yoni Mudra. So the Yoni Mudra has the same shape as the womb, and it is for the Sacral Chakra. So this is the Yoni Mudra. We're going to bring the hands through and up like this, and I will talk you through the next. You can have your feet mat distance apart. So bend your knees and check that your knees are coming over your little toes and you can still see your big toes. So the sacral chakra is the one that is related to our sexuality, to our creativity, and it's a home for a little one as well at the moment. So we're going to honor that. Bring your hands towards your heart. Inhale, bring your arms up and stretch up. Exhale, turn your fingertips looking down, bringing your hands into the Yoni Mudra. Bring it through your chest, through your belly, all the way down, coming into a deep squat. Look at that Yoni Mudra and exhale, bring it back to your heart. So the sequence is, this is the start of the sequence. We bring the arms up, then hands come down and through, coming low, bringing it up and back to center. We're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn your hands and bring the Yoni Mudra through and hands towards your heart. 1 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring it down and forwards, all the way up. And then open your arms and bring your hands towards the floor. You can wave your hips side to side just to feel where your legs are today. Soften your legs and come into a wide-legged plank. Good. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow and bring it back. Left knee towards the left elbow and bring it back. For any of you that this might be a little bit too much, you can have your knees resting on the floor and bring one knee to one side and the other knee to the other side. And push back into a wide-legged downward facing dog. So your feet are still on the outer edges of the mat, long side of the mat. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. Come back into your wide-legged plank, either knees on the floor or off the floor, right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow, down dog. Wide-legged down dog. 1 more. Coming into plank. Knee to elbow, knee to elbow. And rest on your downward facing dog. You can bend your knees and let your chest go towards your thighs. Inhale, bring it back to plank and bring your right knee onto the floor. Turn your right shin and come into this diagonal side plank. And you can bring your arm overhead and look towards the floor to feel more of that side stretch. And bring it back to center. Come into a wide-legged plank. Just notice how this is different to how you do it with your legs in the normal position. Bring your left knee onto the floor. And side plank. Breathe. That's it. Good. And bring it back to center. Come back into your down dog. And we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Bend your knees. Let your head release down. Breathe deeply. Exhale fully. Push your feet onto the floor. Bring your arms all the way around and hands towards your heart. Shake your hands, shake your wrists. So what we're doing today is strengthening the upper body, and we are also letting the sides of the body get a little bit of work. And this is mainly because we don't normally work the sides of the body that much. So go with the options that are right for you. Don't worry about having to do everything. Your strength will build up as you go along. But this is low impact, so you can find your way around it. And if you can't be on your toes, you can be on your knees. Okay, 3 Yoni mudras, and then we go into plank. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, Yoni mudra. Squatting. Bringing it up. And release. 2. Inhale up. Exhale, Yoni mudra. Bring it forwards and up. And release. 1 more. Inhale. Hands come down. Yoni mudra. Bring it round. Strong dive towards the floor. And walk your hands into plank, wide-legged plank. We're going to start with the left leg this time. Left knee to elbow, right knee to elbow. Back into down dog. Back into plank. Left knee to elbow. Right knee to elbow. And back into down dog. Last one. Left knee, right knee, and back into plank. Coming into plank, we start with the left knee on the floor. This time, bring the right leg up. See if you can hold it in there. Good. Now, release the right leg onto the floor and come into your gate pose. Stretching the side body. Lovely. And back into a wide-legged plank. Release your right knee now. And come into the side plank, holding it there. Breathe. Then place the left foot onto the floor. Gate pose. And come back onto the ground. Come back into wide-legged plank. Push into wide-legged down dog. And walk your hands back towards your feet. Soften your knees, release your head. Shake it all around. And push it all the way up. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Good. We're going to do one more of these. So shake your hands, shake your body, whatever you need to do to release tension that you may be holding. I know these things might be demanding on our wrist or our arms, but we're building up the strength and the resilience. So we're going to do exactly the same so you know what we're doing. And at the end, we're going to have a little rest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Yoni Mudra. This is number 1. I'll bring it up. and hands to the heart. And 2. Yoni Mudra comes down, fingers point down, come deep onto your squat, bring it up, hands, release. And 3, arms up. And Yoni Mudra. Open your arms wide and bring your hands towards the ground, coming into plank. So, right knee to elbow, left knee to elbow. Down dog. Come back into plank, left knee, right knee. And wide-legged down dog. Back into plank, right knee, left knee. And back into plank. Last of these, come into plank, right knee, left knee, and down dog. Now, coming into plank, knee onto the floor, or if you feel strong, you come into a side plank. So your options are knee on the floor and leg up, or side plank, either feet together or the top leg is up. And coming back into plank, we're not going to do the gate pose, go to the other side, either leg extended or knee on the floor. Breathe, that's it, well done. Bring it back to center and child's pose. Breathe deeply. Your hands, if they feel sore, you can tag the fingers behind, between your neck and your shoulders, stretching your wrists. Breathe deeply. Lovely. And as you inhale, walk your hands back towards your knees. We're going to be on the knees for a little bit. Well, not for a little bit. We are going to do camel's pose. So if you need to pad up your knees, please do that. You can have 1 or 2 blocks to help you. The way that you're going to use the blocks is you put them beside your feet, and as you're reaching back, you can hold onto the blocks. So camel's pose is not an easy pose necessarily, and it's not for everybody. Go with the options that I'm going to give you and stay to your level. The objective is to open the chest, expand upwards. So now that we've been feeling the side body, you can also imagine that this is also lifting. So to start with, we are on the knees. Bring your hands in the small of your back. Your fingertips will be facing downwards. Inhale, push your hands down as you open your shoulders and your elbows come towards each other. Now, these may be all that you want to do. If you want to check the arching, then you bring your chest up and you look back. Have your glutes working because they are helping to hold you up. And release for a moment. Close your eyes. Sit onto your feet if you can. If this is not available to you, you can also sit on a block. Simone, this is a good option not to give any weight on the feet. Lovely. And coming back up. If you're going to use your blocks, have them by the sides of your feet. The options are either go back to opening up, you can change the position of the hands. So before I suggested that you push your hands facing down. This will extend your lower back, but doesn't let you arch back that much. If you have your thumbs onto your lower back, then you can arch further. Just see what's right for you. Don't force it. We are trying to expand. And for any of you, and if this is too much for your knees, you can even do it from standing if you prefer. So, camel's pose, one hand. You can either leave the hands on the hips or bring one hand behind and either hold onto the block or onto your ankle and open up. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Bring it back to center. The other side. Left arm up and hold onto your ankle, your heel, the block, and bring it back. Good. Now, as you can imagine, we're going to do both. So either with the blocks, bringing the hands back, or hands onto your heels. I don't like my arch to be very deep, so I always have my heels up. Let me show you closer. So protecting your knees. I have my heels up and I bring the arms back and open up. This is the full camel's pose. So come into it. I'm going to watch a little bit what you're doing. Bring your arms up if you can reach. Reach towards your heels. And your head is opening, your neck is opening. And we are going to try and do 3 breaths in there. Very good, Tanya. Sarah, if it's too much, please don't. just go like this. Good. When you've done your 3 breaths, come back to center and come into a gentle child's pose, so you can even have your forearms onto your thighs if your back feels too tense. And then as the back is releasing, you can bow towards the floor a little bit more. Lovely. Breathe. And when you're ready, just bring your legs forwards and massage those poor knees. Letting any tension be released. Lovely. We're going to do a couple of twists. So for the pregnancy option is you will never do a closed twist. And this is good for everybody to know. What I mean by closed twist, a closed twist is when the space between your body and the leg is small. So this will be a closed twist. And this will be an open twist. Within the same variation, I can have my leg over, which makes this even smaller space, closed twist, open twist. Yeah? So all of you, whether you're pregnant or not, you can try it out. We're going to do 2 of each. So you can try out and see how you feel. I have my left foot on the floor, my right leg in front. And if you find that you're sitting here and arching back, you can have a fold on the mat or have a cushion underneath your seat. On our twist postures, we want to be tall. So sit with your leg close to your ribs. For pregnancy, you will always take the uncrossed legs and open. And you can give room for the belly. So we're going to start with an open twist. So we're going to do the pregnancy option first. Open twist. Just feel how that feels for you. And bring it back to center. Now for pregnancy, you will go again on the same direction. The rest of us, we're going to hug the knee and do a close twist. Good. And bring yourselves back to center. Now, we're going to bring the leg over. Sarah, you can still do this one because your bump is small, but you will do just the open twist, not the closing twist. So we cross the leg over and bring the left arm over the knee, right hand is behind. Extend and twist, looking over the shoulder. Just inhale and exhale, observing what your body's doing, how you're feeling. And bring yourselves back to center. Take a moment to feel your body centered here. And be in touch with this feeling. If you feel that you want to stay the next one just here, you can. You don't have to do everything I do. You have to do everything that your body is asking for. If you want to experience the deeper twist, hug the knee, opposite elbow to knee, and then look over the shoulder. Sarah, you do the open twist, so to the other side, same elbow as knee. Good, and bring yourselves back to center, close your eyes, just feel around your twist, see how you feel in here. Lovely. Now bring the left ankle to rest over towards the front of the right knee. Not over the knee, just above the knee. Hold your left foot with your right hand and let your left arm rest over the right knee. Inhale, contract your lower abdomen and your pelvic floor, and exhale, come forwards. So I'm pulling with my right hand onto my left foot to give me that help to come forwards. It's not a very close fold. If you have the flexibility and you want to go a little bit further, then bring your index finger, middle finger, and thumb to hold around your big toe. Keep pushing your left knee with your left forearm and bring your chest towards the legs. There might not be a lot of movement. You can also use a strap around the right foot. Lovely. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fingertips behind. Open your chest. You still have your left knee bent and the left foot onto the right leg. Now bend your right knee and sway your hips side to side with your knee, your foot still on your right knee. And maybe you can let the legs go all the way towards the floor and all the way back. And if it feels comfortable, rest your left foot onto the floor. Your hands are behind. You can have your fingertips on the ground and open your chest, look side to side. So your left hip is completely off the ground. You're having a small rotation on your back. Your ribs are getting stretched. Your arms are working, holding you up. And inhale, bring yourselves back to center. Release and bring your legs forwards. Just rub your legs, bringing the energy back to the whole of the legs. Good. Now we're going to try the twist and stretches on the hips on the other side. You can always be creative on your practice. You can see what feels right for me. So make sure your back is long. Hug your knee with the same arm. So your right arm is hugging your right knee. Feel the foot onto the floor. Your left toes are pointing towards the ceiling. You might think, I can stay here for a bit. And that is an option. If you want to try the open twist, bring your left hand behind you. Your right hand comes to lock onto the knee. The arms and the hands are there to help us pivot a little bit further. Good. And bring yourselves back to center. Now, you can stay here. You can do an open twist again, or bring your hand across and do a closed twist. Unless you're pregnant, if you're pregnant, do the open twist. So when you're doing a closed twist, we're bringing our bodies close to the knee. And as we inhale and exhale, we can feel the internal organs being massaged by our breath. And come back to center. Close your eyes, just stay there for a moment. Breathe. Lovely. Now we're going to bring the leg over. So the right foot comes over the left leg. The left foot is engaged, it's active, pointing towards the ceiling. We are starting with an open twist. Bring your right elbow onto your right knee. The left hand is behind and look over your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And back to center, just hang in there. For pregnancy, you will do the open twist again. If you are not pregnant, you can hug your right knee with your left elbow. Right hand comes behind. And open the chest, look over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And back to center. Bring your right foot to rest just above your left knee. And bring the hand to the right arm to be heavy onto the right knee. The left hand is holding your toes on your right toes. Inhale, and as you exhale, fall forwards. So pulling with your left hand onto your toes will give you more of a forward fold impetus or help. If you can reach your big toes, then you can wrap around your big toe with your index finger, middle finger, and thumb. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale, bring yourselves up, arms up and behind, opening your chest. Keep the legs as they are. Then bend your left knee and sway your legs side to side. These type of movements are good to let your sacrum area have a gentle stretch. And let your right foot be on the floor. Your left leg is also on the floor. Fingertips down, and you open your chest. You can bend your elbows or keep them straight. Your right hip is off the floor. One more breath in here. And exhale, bring yourselves back to center. Stretch both legs and massage your legs. If you have your mat folded, let it expand. We're going to come into an inversion. If you are relatively new or you're tired, then you can do it with a block underneath your hip. Inversions up to, for pregnancy, are allowed up to 3 months, but it's up to you how you feel. I will err on the cautious and just bring the legs over a sofa. So your options are: one, you do your shoulder stand by bringing your hips up, block underneath and legs up. This is option one. Option two is also easy. Bring your legs over a sofa or a chair or a bed and release them down. See how you're feeling as well. If you're feeling tired, don't push yourself into a shoulder stand. You can do a more relaxed posture. If you're feeling okay and energized and you want to do your full shoulder stand, then you bring your knees towards your forehead, hands on the small of the back, and legs up. If you're doing your supported shoulder stand, just stay there. If you have your legs up in the full shoulder stand, bring your right leg overhead and bring it up. Left leg and up. Right leg and up. Left leg and up. Bring both legs overhead and bring them up. If you are doing the restful one, you should stay static. Both legs overhead and up. One more, both legs overhead. And you can extend your arms overhead, holding onto your big toes or onto the feet with both hands. In Halasana, plow pose. 5 breaths in here. When you've done your 5 breaths, you come down vertebra by vertebra. If you're on your supported shoulder stand, you can bring your legs off your support of your chair and come to line onto the floor, arms overhead, stretch the legs away. And bring your hands underneath your buttocks, lift your chest, elbows towards each other, and fish posture. Bring in the crown of the head to rest on the floor. Point your toes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your head, release. And we're going to do this shoulder bridge. I will give you options on this one too. You can either come up and down on your shoulder bridge with your feet on the floor and your arms by the side, or maybe you want to just rest in there for a few breaths. Whether you're doing the mobile one or the static one, we're going to stay there for about a couple of minutes. So use your breath coming up and down, or just count your breaths. It will be 20 breaths. 2 minutes is 20 breaths. So if you're coming up and down, you can also play with your arms, articulating the whole of your spine. And you can go slower or faster, depending on how you're feeling. You can use your creativity. You don't need to do always the same movement. See what it's like if you bring only one arm overhead. And maybe you want to bring one arm across, pushing your feet onto the floor and reaching across, rolling over your shoulders. If you are not familiar with this movement, watch, because I'm demonstrating it. And we have 3 more breaths in here. If you have had enough, you can just rest. Hey, if you still have a few more bridges that you want to make, you want to do your bridges. And when you finish your 3 more breaths, we're going to rest now. So lie onto the ground. You can take a twist, bring both knees to one side and look in the opposite direction and make circles with your knees. That's it. Make sure your feet are warm, that you're covering yourselves. Yes, Tanya, you're very summery. It is warmer, but not so warm yet. Spring's round the corner. We're going to do a lovely meditation. That's it, Anna. Nice and cozy. Yes. Good. And wonderful. You can always have cushion under your head, a bolster or a cushion under your thighs or knees. It's always a good option to release your lower back. Yeah, that's it, Lisa. Very good, Colette, as well. Lovely. Inhale in deeply and exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. We're going to do 2 more with a inhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, when you're ready. Two sips of inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Lovely. And now we want to find space of stillness. Let your whole body surrender towards the ground. Keep your head centered in relationship with your shoulders. And breathe deeply. You might want to apply a little bit of Ujjayi breath. So the Ujjayi breath is when we close the back of the throat and our breath sounds like the sound of the sea. And continue with your Ujjayi breathing as I guide you through your body. Nothing moves, just your mind travels across your body. And bring your attention to your toes. Relax your toes and the space between your toes. Soles of the feet, tops of the feet, ankles, calf muscles and shins. Relax your knees, thighs, hips. Feel your tailbone relaxing. Relax your sacrum, lower back, middle back, upper back, back of your neck, back of your head. Relax your lower abdomen and your higher abdomen. And feel all your internal organs resting softly inside your abdominal cavity. And feel the peaceful movement of your breath, of your chest, of your lungs, and the heart inside your chest, beating rhythmically and gently. And relax your arms, elbows, forearms, wrist and hand. Relax the whole of your head, the whole of your face, your jaw, your upper lip, lower lip, the tongue inside your mouth, and your whole body. Your whole body is now relaxed. For the next few moments, if any thoughts come into your mind, let them pass like clouds in the sky. As you inhale deeply, start wiggling your toes and wiggle your fingers. Roll your head side to side. Bring your head back to center. Legs and arms stretch overhead. Have a full body stretch. And if you feel like listening to the arms from lying down, you can do that. If you wanted to sit up onto the arms with me, we can do that together. Wherever you're at, keep your back straight, neck long, and shoulders relaxed. Inhale to begin. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
bringing your palms together, rub your palms, make the movements a little faster, generating prana between your hands, and place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands, slide your hands to your chest and bow your heads. Namaste. Give yourselves a little clap. Well done. Ask if you have any questions, please. I'm here for you.